Hello guys, how are you? This is Sumit Gupta, your trusted realtor from Ansal Estate. So today in our next episode of the series of case studies in real estate, we would like to bring a spatial city which has defied all the major principles of the property growth. And it's not in a good way, it's in a bad way. I'm talking about the city of Melbourne. Melbourne has been a very different case as compared to the rest of the capital cities in Australia. And in fact, Melbourne ticks all the boxes for the investors in terms of the data, but still the property growth hasn't been there. And today we're going to dig out more into this space and see why it's happening and what are the possible causes for that. So if you look at the from the point of the demand and supply, that Melbourne has one of the highest demand in property proper for the dwellings. The expected population growth is going to surpass Sydney by 2030, which means that Melbourne is expected to should grow more in property value faster and higher as compared to the rest of the country. The major reason the Melbourne is going down is not because of its infrastructure or lack of people moving there. It's because of a very unique thing which sometimes we ignore. If you look at the Melbourne city, it has one of the best infrastructure to, the government has spent a tremendous amount of money in road and railway upgrades. Number two, the population growth is unprecedented and is expected to grow faster than Sydney. The lifestyle, the quality of life is one of the best in the world. In fact, Melbourne has been nominated numerous times in past as one of the best city to live in. Then why it's happening? What's causing Melbourne to go down is a very unique case. And when we look at it, we found that based on our research, we can be wrong, but based on our research, we found that it is the government policies which have shook the sentiments of investors. Not too many investors are keen on buying or holding a property in Melbourne because of the government's three decisions government took in past. Number one, everybody knows that the Melbourne was selected for hosting the Commonwealth Games in future. But the Victorian government decided the other way, and they have paid more than $300 million not to host the Commonwealth Games. The Commonwealth Games and the infrastructure boost around the Commonwealth Games would have expanded the property demand in the western side of the Melbourne, like from Geelong to Ballarat to Wyndham Vale. Number two, the latest legislation have been very strict and taken away a lot of rights or privileges of the landlords, and they are in favor of tenants. Now there should be a proper balance. Because of this thing, a lot of landlords, a lot of investors don't want to invest in that city anymore, and they are taking their hands out of it. Number three, the Melbourne is also, the Victorian government has also introduced a special land tax on investment property, which is not favorable for many investors when they compare Victoria with other states for such extra taxes. I would say that these three main decisions are the killer of capital growth in Melbourne. My 2 cents would be that the government, if the growth in the property value, the government would have earned higher revenue in terms of capital gain tax. The government would have earned higher revenue in terms of stamp duty collected over there if there's a steady demand. But right now, the government is not favoring the investors who put their hard-earned money into the property and help the government to meet the shortage of dwellings. If you look at Melbourne, it ticks all the boxes. But just because the government is not supporting the investment, the sentiments have shifted, and we have seen that the vacuum has been created because of that. Now the people who wanted to invest in property, they are moving away from Melbourne and putting their money in states like Brisbane or Perth, where we have seen the unprecedented growth even during the high interest rate hikes, where the city has everything which can bring the growth and the prosperity in the city property market. But just because of the wrong policies and the sentiments and the low confidence the investors have in that particular city and the government, they are not putting their money there. Please leave your feedback in the comment section below, like and share this video. Please tell us, what do you think might be the another reason behind the slow growth or negative growth in Melbourne in property market. For more videos such like this, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and please also click the notification icon on your screen. Have a good day. Sumit Gupta from Hansal Estate. Take care. Bye bye.